Welcome to Joystick. In this video, you will learn how to implement a stack in Python using Deque. I would say that to learn to implement the stack, you follow along with me and create the code because that will help you understand the program well. If you are new to my channel, then make sure you subscribe to Joystick and hit the bell icon, as that way you will come to know whenever I release new videos like this in the future. So let's move ahead to understand a little bit about stack in Deque. Don't worry, it will be quick. The middle figure here is the stack. You can see it has three elements, 10, 20 and 30. Whenever a stack is discussed, you hear about two operations, push and pop. When you add an element, it is basically added from the top of the stack, and this operation is called push. So the added element resides at the top of the elements in the stack. Okay, it becomes the topmost element when it is added. And when you remove an element from the stack, it is basically removed from the top of the stack. And this operation is called pop. So when you call pop, then the topmost element is removed. You can see that the last element added is the first element out, which means that the stack stores items on a LIFO basis, last in first out basis. Now I have already made a video in which I implemented stack in Python using list, but the list can run into performance issues when it grows bigger. Thus the data structure Deque is used to implement a memory efficient stack. Deque is also pronounced as Deque. So let's know a little bit about the Deque now. Deque is a double-ended queue that is highly optimized to implement stacks and queues in Python. So when a list grows, appending and popping items from the right hand side of the list can lead to O(n) complexity. So here is where Python Deque comes as a savior. Python Deque is a sequence-like data type that supports fast append and pop operations. And the reason for these append and pop operations being memory efficient and fast is because the Deque is implemented as a doubly linked list. Now these append and pop operations, when performed on a Deque, they are indeed thread safe. Alright, so we have discussed enough theory. It's now time to go and create that Python program of stack using Deque. Stay tuned because the fun begins now. So this is my PyCharm IDE. I have created this file tstack.py in which I am going to write the code to implement stack in Python using Deque. Since we are about to use Deque, we'll have to first import it from collections module. Hence the first statement that I'm going to write will be from collections import Deque. Alright, so we have already begun coding the program. Now it's time to start the class. So I'm going to write class and then I'm going to use tstack as the class name. That is going to give it some meaning, I think. And then I'm going to start the init method in which I'm going to initialize my Deque. So I'll write def underscore init. Okay, PyCharm is helping me. I'll take its help. And then I'm going to write self dot. I'm going to name my Deque as stack only because that is what I'm implementing. And I'm going to simply write Deque over here. There you go. I have finished writing the init function. Now it's time to write the first function, that is push. So I'll write def then push, and it is automatically going to take the self keyword. So when I'm going to call the push function, my intention will be to push an element in the stack. Thus I'll have to pass that element as a parameter in the function, to receive which I will create a parameter over here which is going to be data. Now in Python Deque, to simulate the behavior of push, append function is used. So I am going to write self.stack append data. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm just appending the element in the stack, which is indeed my Deque. Since I am using the append function, that makes it clear that I am appending the data from the right hand side of the Deque. If I were to append the data from the left hand side of the Deque, then I would have used the function append left. But generally, to append the data from the right hand side of the Deque is considered efficient. I will move on to write the pop function now. It's going to be a simple one. So I'll write def and then pop. I see that it has already taken the self keyword. Then I'll move to the next line. I'll write self.stack.pop. I would also like to print the popped value on the console. Hence, to do that, I'll proceed this code with return. So let me write return over here and I'll give a space. This will do the necessary task for me. Now the pop function of Deque will remove the last element from the right hand side of the Deque. In case you want to pop the element from the left hand side of the Deque, then you should use pop left. It's time for me to write the top function. So at any point in time, if the top function is called, it should return the topmost element of the stack. So I will write def top. I can see that the self keyword is automatically populated. I'll go to the next line, then I'll write self.stack. Now the topmost element will be the rightmost element of the Deque. To get that, I'll have to find the final index, which can be found using len self.stack -1. So this should do the necessary task. So here the len function will find the number of elements present in the Deque, and when I subtract 1 from this length, then I get the index of the last element of the Deque. Now this top element, since we have to display it on the screen, on the console, hence I'll have to use the return keyword over here. So I'll write return and I'll give space, and this is my top function ready to use. Right now I need a function using which I can print my stack at any point in time, and it is fairly easy to write. So it will be def, and I'll give the function name as print_stack. Self keyword is automatically populated, so I'm going to write simply print and then self.stack. Okay, this will do the necessary task for me. What if I call pop function on an empty stack? What would happen? I tell you what would happen. The program is going to fail with a runtime error, and I don't want my program to fail with a runtime error. Therefore, it's necessary to check if the stack is not empty and has at least one element every time before I call the pop operation on it. For this, I will write a noEmpty function, which is simply going to return the length of the stack, which is actually the Deque behind the scenes. So I'll write def no_empty, and in the next line I'm going to write return len self.stack. Alright, so I believe that I have covered each and every method of the stack class. Now it's time for me to write the driver function, the main function, from which we can call these methods and show the implementation of the stack using Deque. So let's start writing the main method now. Just by typing the keyword main, PyCharm helps me create the main method, the syntax of the main method. This is what I love about this IDE. The next step is to initialize the object of my class that I have created. So I will prefer the object name as Deque. Then I'll write an equal to sign, and then I'll write the name of the class followed by brackets. Okay, so my object is initialized, which is Deque. Let me push 3 elements into this stack that I have created. To do that, I have to simply call the push function of my class using Deque object. So I will write Deque dot push. So first element that I'm going to push will be 30. Second element that I'm going to push will be 20, and the third element which I am going to push will be 10. Alright, So this is going to push 3 elements inside the stack that I have created. Let me print my stack now, for which I will simply use the tsdk object to call print_stack method. So I will write tsdk dot print underscore stack. In the video of implementing the stack using list, I have done this entire process in a more sophisticated way by building a menu and taking input from the user. You can check it out to implement the same menu here. Now I am interested in calling the first pop operation and printing the element that gets popped. For that, I'm going to write an if else. So it will be if tsdk dot no underscore empty method colon print, within quotes I'm going to write you popped, an arrow will be good, comma tsdk dot pop, and then I'm going to write else. In the else part I'm simply going to write print, within quotes I'm going to write stack is empty. So I have written this if else. What this if else is doing, in the if part I am checking if the stack is not empty. So it is going to call the no underscore empty method that we have written in the class. If the stack is not empty, then only the pop operation will be called using the object. And if the stack is not empty and the pop operation is called, the popped value will be printed on the screen. And if the stack is empty, then the execution is going to go to the else part and it is simply going to print stack is empty. After popping the first element from this stack, I would like to check which is the topmost element in the stack. And so I will write simply print tsdk dot top. This is going to print the topmost element of my stack. Let me print the stack at this point as well. So I'm going to simply write tsdk dot print underscore stack. I think I have pretty much covered every operation. Now I'm simply going to check whether the execution goes into the else part of this if else condition. So I have popped the first element. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run pop 2 more times, and after that if I run pop, then it will be run on an empty stack. In that case, stack is empty should be printed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy and paste this particular if and else 3 times. I think that should do the necessary task. So this is a lot of hard coding that I am doing in the main function, in the driver function. But in the other video that I have created a menu over there which interacts with the user, and every time you can enter the operation that you want to perform on the stack from the console. So this type of hard coding has not been done over there. Okay, I think we are pretty much done with our program. Now it's time for me to run this program, and I'll run it by clicking on this play button over here. Alright, so let me click on it. I think the program has started. Let me check the console. Okay, so the program hasn't crashed. That means it is running successfully, and I'm seeing a lot of content here on the console. So let's check if the output is correct, and it is as per the input. So first we pushed 3 elements inside the stack, and then we printed the stack. So you can see the stack is being printed not the way we wanted it to be, but the elements have been inserted in the correct order. Then we ran a pop operation, and since 10 was the topmost element of the stack, hence 10 was the element which was popped, and it is being displayed on the screen. So this worked all right as well for us. And then we called the top function. So at this point of time we are expecting 20 to be the value returned by the top function, and this is the value. I probably should have written a message over here, but it's working fine, and that is all that matters as of now. Then I printed the stack again, and since 20 and 30 were the only elements remaining in the stack, hence they got printed here. pretty well. Then I ran the pop operation 3 times. So in the first time 20 got popped because it was the topmost element and it was supposed to be popped, and it did. And then in the second pop operation 30 was popped and the stack became empty. In the third pop operation call, I was expecting that stack is empty should be printed because the stack has indeed turned empty. And check over here, the stack is empty, has been printed. So the program is running successfully. That's what I can tell by going through this output. With this, we have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned from this video how to implement stack in Python using Deque. Like it, comment on it, tell people about it. Do let me know if you have any questions related to this video in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video of Joey's Tech. See ya.